Graham School.
Hello, my name is Nina.
My name is Lucy.
And my name is Athena.
Today is Thursday, April 1st. Happy Environmental Month.
Now we have Environmental Month videos.
Right now, we're facing a man-made disaster of global scale. Our greatest threat in thousands of years, climate change. If we don't take action, the collapse of our civilizations and the extinction of much of the natural world is on the horizon. The world's people have spoken. Their message is clear. Time is running out.
The time to act is not soon. The time to act is now.
April Fool's is today.
Which might be why the announcements might have been very strange.
Here's a video about April Fools.
It's confession time. Nobody's really sure about where or when April Fool's Day originated. Shocking, right?
Say what? Why are you even recording this then?
Look, William, we can discuss that later. Right now, let's get back on task.
Fine.
As I was saying, we don't really know, but we can make some pretty good inferences.
I believe that you mean guesses.
No comments from you, William. Oh, and look out for the cliff. Never mind. Anyway, there are some historians who believe that April Fool's Day began around 1582, right around when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. This meant that their New Year's had to shift. In the Gregorian calendar, the new year begins on January 1st, while in the Julian calendar, it is on the spring equinox, at around April 1st.
So what? It could just be a coincidence.
Could be, William, but chances are there's a strong connection between them. You see, there were some people who didn't switch to the new calendar quickly enough, and kept on celebrating New Year's on April 1st. They became the butts of pranks pulled by other people who have already switched. Basically, they became the April Fools. Today, the day has become a holiday and is celebrated worldwide. Plus, it's much friendlier. Unlike William at the moment. Okay, what is it now?
I thought that you said that we didn't know anything.
First of all, we do know some things, William. Also, like I told you earlier, we can infer about the things that we don't.
I believe that you mean guess.
Oh boy, would you look at the time. We've got to wrap up. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.
See ya.
As you know, we have a new principal.
Hello, Graham students. It's great to be here today. My name is Dr. Judy Krates, and I am your principal from now until the end of the year. It would be great if you call me Dr. Krates. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my philosophy, and basically, I would call myself an optimist, which means that I'm always looking for a positive solution to whatever situation we're in, that things can always get better. The essential element that's most important to me right now is I belong, because it's not easy coming into a new school and not knowing anyone or just knowing a few people. And students, staff, parents have really welcomed me. And so that is really important. And thank you so much. I feel like I belong here. Pets, I really don't have any right now because I'm pretty busy and pets take a lot of time. But in some later interview, maybe I can talk to you about my boa constrictor that I used to have. Hobbies, I love to garden. Right now I'm growing lettuce and I pick lettuce every day for a fresh salad. And I'm starting to plant tomatoes, zucchini, uh, bell peppers, and lots of spices, herbs rather, like cilantro and basil. Do I have any children? I have two children. I have a son who had an accident and passed away when he was 21 years old. But I have a daughter also. She is 45 years old and lives with her two children in Barcelona, Spain, which gives me a great opportunity to practice my Spanish. And one of her children is a seventh grader. So I have that very recent experience of working and talking to a middle school student. The best way to socialize during the pandemic? Well, it's changing all the time. But for sure, wear a mask and keep your distance when you are out and about and not with your regular family members. What was my dream when I was a child? Well, I really always wanted to be a teacher. And because, well, I loved my teachers. They were so nice and I learned so much and I loved to learn. So I said, well, you always want to kind of be like the person you like. And so I decided to teach. So where did I go to college? Well, I'm from the state of Wisconsin in the Midwest. So I went to a college about 2.5 hours away, St. Mary's College of Notre Dame, Indiana. I got my bachelor's degree in Spanish. And then I went across the highway to get my master's degree at the University of Notre Dame, also in Spanish. Many years later, when I moved to California, I got a master's degree in education from San Jose State, and finally a doctoral degree in education from USC. That's the University of Southern California, which is in Los Angeles. And I've taught Spanish, world history, English language development, and actually right now I'm teaching high school students from Mountain View and Los Altos a class in leadership that takes place in the evenings. I've been principal at Graham, well, since April 1st until the end of the year. But the news for some of you is that I used to be the principal of Graham from 2000 until 2004. And that's before you were born, of course. But what's even more interesting is that one or two parents have already come up to me and said, Dr. Krates, you were my principal when I was in middle school. Which makes sense. So you might ask your parents who their middle school principal was if they went to Graham. My greatest accomplishment is really you. As my students have gotten older now, I'll be walking at the mall or whatever, and they'll say, Dr. Krates, and they'll come up and they'll say, do you remember me? I kind of gave you some problems when I was at Graham, but I turned out great. I have a job. I graduated from college, or I went to Foothill, whatever. And so when I hear that, that makes all the work worthwhile. And something that you wouldn't guess about me is that I never went to kindergarten. And so that was really not required when I was young, but I learned to love education, and look where I am now, doing what I love. Thank you.
and have a great day.
Be healthy.
Stay clean.
And
And go Bears. Brought to you not so